Et bonjour à ceux qui regarderont la VOD. Commencez par baisser le son, enfin augmenter le son plutôt. Hop là. Du coup, la fois dernière, on avait réussi à résoudre l'énigme au niveau du jardin parce qu'on cherchait notre mère, on avait trouvé l'épée, on avait réussi à la mettre dans la statue où on a eu un peu de mal et malheureusement c'était la première que je suspectais. Dommage. Et hop, voilà. Et donc, il y avait cette histoire aussi de coloc, que Mortimer devait nous raconter pourquoi on était venu ici, dans son manoir, enfin dans son île. Donc voilà, pas mal d'éléments. Et je crois qu'il y avait un truc comme si quelqu'un nous suivait dans la crypte. Ah oui, le son est fort. Mais ça devrait le faire.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Toujours chelou ce petit passage. Hein. On va prendre ça. Le latin. Ah, pas mal. Et de la logique. Hop. Donc on avait terminé le dernier chapitre. Hein. Le chapitre numéro 2. Il nous reste plus que 3 chapitres déjà, les gens. Donc je répète pour ceux qui ne le savent pas. On va faire chapitre 2 et 4. En 2 épisodes au total. Et ensuite le chapitre 5, ce sera un gros live dessus. Entrée de la crypte. 22 janvier 1793. Plein écran. Hop là.
Don't move.
Et je crois que c'est notre mère.
Wait,
oui,
I
voilà.
don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around.
Elle reconnaît plus son
Oh my
fils.
God, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But, Mother,
Who are you?
it's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
Y'a pas de temps. Putain, en plus ça va nous coûter un point de plus. Vas-y, on retire la malédiction. Je suis là pour vous sauver. Il est temps de rentrer, mais...
I'm here to help you. You have nothing to fear.
If only it were so simple. You are evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
Donc, elle doit parler
I
de
don't
Mortimer. Hein.
wish you any harm. Really,
Je vais
Mother?
vérifier pour le son,
It's
si
me,
tout va bien.
Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It
Hop
really
là.
is me, Louis.
Alors, attendez 2 secondes. Je vais m'assurer que le live fonctionne bien. Je vais baisser le son. Il va y avoir une pub, comme d'hab. Hop.
How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are, what was the saying I taught you?
You've been telling it to me since I was 3 years old, Mother. How could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind rational. And open.
You knew it. You are smart. You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, rather, whose place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Voilà. C'est mieux peut-être comme ça. Je sais pas si vous avez entendu le bonjour les gens. Je suis désolé. Du coup oui, ça se trouve, j'ai peut-être pas dit bonjour, je vais vérifier que mon son marche bien, attendez. Ok, donc le son c'est bon, tout va bien. Donc bonjour à tous, je sais pas s'il l'a eu. Ah ça part bien ça. Ah c'est super comme début d'intro. Du coup oui, comme je disais, on se retrouve pour le troisième épisode, mais épisode du jeu, mais sinon quatrième épisode du live sur The Consul. Y a quelqu'un sur le live ou pas? Est-ce que vous pouvez me dire si vous m'avez entendu parler juste avant ou pas les gens? Ou si depuis tout à l'heure mon micro est coupé? Oh le boulet. Mais pour moi le micro était pas coupé. Enfin bref. Oui, du coup, notre mère devient folle, elle nous reconnaît plus. Et comme je disais, oui, on n'a pas du tout le choix pour le ouvert. Hein. Ça m'a tué, ce truc. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Bon, on va continuer comme ça, je suis désolé. J'ai même pas eu la question. Donc ça, c'est un peu la merde.
I think he was called Von Botcher.
You think so? Wrong. Louis
Aïe,
would
aïe,
never
aïe.
have gotten it wrong.
No, wait. It's just a detail. He lived in Paris, near the Notre Dame Cathedral. We investigated him for 3 months. He made a fortune by taking advantage of gullible collectors of Parisian high
Faut que je
society.
dise bien.
You're a good actor.
He was an ancient art dealer. He had the book, Al-Azif.
And that's what you wanted to get out of me, wasn't it?
Not at all. We unmasked him, but then he came after us. We escaped,
Désolé si vous
but
entendez
you
un peu
didn't
de
want
bruit
me
en
to
fond.
intervene. I listened to you, and we knocked him out.
What? How? You can't know about that.
Parce que
Louis,
je suis ton fils.
Is it really you? No! No!
Allez,
no!
si c'est moi.
It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
En tout cas, j'espère que vous allez bien, les gens.
She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
A-t-elle peur?
Mother,
On va
I don't know
utiliser ça.
what you're imagining, but don't worry. Everything will be all right. If you're worried about what I might think about Elizabeth Adams, honestly...
Oh, Louis! Elizabeth is the last of my worries right now. I did what I could for her, but it was too late.
Very well. Rational and open, Louis.
Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
Retrouver sa mère avec une main en moins, le meurtre d'Elisabeth, avoir des visions. Comme découvrir votre passé avec Elisabeth. Ah, j'ai bien envie de
Do you
dire ça,
want
mais
to
ça
tell
coûte
me
des points.
about your relationship with Elizabeth Adams?
Louis, I don't know what you found out, but just know that I did everything I could to help her.
On va
I'm
lui faire
sure you did,
confiance, c'est
Mother.
notre mère quand
I'm
même.
not judging you.
You know, what she had to put up with was slowly gnawing away at her. Now shut up and listen to me. We might still have a chance. Something of utmost importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
Yes,
A
on a gagné de
conference,
l'occultisme.
Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since this morning.
Perfect. The conference will be able to begin.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood?
Right. I'll do what you ask of me. But calm
Faut écouter
down,
notre mère.
please, Mother.
Louis, I made a mistake by coming here. We are in the lion's den. Mortimer, Holm, their guests, watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most powerful nations are here
oui.
all on their own without
Italie,
anyone else?
Allemagne.
On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis, they shape the world. They manipulate us. Everything is decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes!
Mother, calm yourself, please.
Nothing is impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be. Through high society banquets, they model the future of us all, and it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference and, from the
2
inside...
secondes. Hop là.
You'll do
Désolé.
everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later. I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer. He won't let anything stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going.
Oh, elle est violente notre mère, hein.
One more thing, Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
J'aime pas savoir pourquoi notre mère n'a pas fait ça. Parce que là, on agit pour elle comme un cobaye, quoi. Enfin, pas comme un cobaye, mais comme... comment dire? Comme un simple pion. Et ça se trouve, tout ça, ça fait partie de son plan. J'ai oublié comment les contrôles à la manette, c'était pourri. C'est comme ça qu'il chante ça en fait quand il marche le mec. Hop là, allez. Bon du coup pendant qu'on est tranquille comme ça, j'espère que les gens... Oh allez, vas-y.
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
Mais comment on la rejoint? Ah, par là-bas. Ouais, du coup, comme je disais, je suis désolé si vous avez pas entendu l'intro et tout. Je vous disais juste... bah, vous demandez comment ça allait, etc. etc. Je disais bonjour à ceux qui regarderont la VOD, bien sûr. Ah, mais je vous jure, hein, première fois que ça m'arrive, ça. Enfin, je pense. Enfin, bref. Ce qui compte, c'est que vous avez eu au moins les dialogues. Allez, la colloque commence. Oh, la duchesse a l'air HS. Au final, je l'aime bien, Perru. Parce que ça se trouve, il défendait hein, comment dire, Elisabeth.
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him. I sense that you have things you'd like to say, but something's holding you back. What is going on between you two?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost. The siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you, and who drops you as soon as he no longer needs you. For me, it's too late now. But you still have a choice. Don't respond to his call, sir.
Donc si on écoute, il faudrait pas aller... faudrait pas accepter la coloc.
Good evening, gentlemen. Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin?
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I believe that Lord Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him. Are you quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help
Ah, une pierre d'ambre. On va faire le tour vite fait, hop, et on va parler à eux.
My son, glad you're here. It seems long.
Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning. What a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. I still have a very important letter to give to her.
Feeling all right, Louis? You look like you're miles away.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Non.
Lord
ça va.
Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
Putain, ils veulent vraiment qu'on va lui parler à Lord Mortimer. Hein. Bon, faut pas briser ses convictions. Hein.
I'll keep it.
By all that I have ever read,
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
I have suspected it for some time.
Non, on a fait le tour. Parlons à Mortimer.
Golden elixir.
Voilà, on est 5 partout.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly. But what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry, you are not alone, Louis.
Very well.
Comment fonctionne un
In
colloque?
concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If
Salut,
the
fighters.
project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
Ok. Bon, on n'a plus de questions.
Louis, let me keep you a moment.
Du coup, comment ça va, Fighters?
I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
But how does that concern me?
Well, you see, I prepared this project with your mother. We began thinking about a crazy idea. Unfortunately, Sarah went missing before getting the bigger picture. I don't intend to stop at Louisiana. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
But why spread it over two phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign. Manuel Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite. If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American continent. Things must take place in several stages. Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We'll have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Quel genre de patch?
You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
On va regarder l'esprit ouvert, comme elle nous l'a toujours dit.
My friends, I propose we get started.
Et d'ailleurs, j'ai pas eu le temps de tester pour le son.
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
Thank you all. I am honored to be among you today. I will strive to represent the interests of the Order as best I can.
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not the question.
Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France, free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
Petite pause. Fighter, ça a l'air sympa, ça. Du coup, il y a des trucs qui permettent de mieux comprendre la boucle temporelle. Passer le temps, franchement, c'est toujours tout ce que j'ai voulu voir. Donc je verrai ça demain, parce que normalement, demain matin, je fais un live sur Outer Wild. Donc pas de problème sur ça. Alors, ça nous coûte... J'ai bien envie de dire ça.
If I were you, Senor Godoy, I would think twice before stirring up a scandal.
I beg your pardon?
Given the size of your colonies, you won't be able to keep them for long. A number of countries are eyeing them as we speak. The United States would have no trouble taking them. For all intents and purposes, you have no army in place. By wanting to keep everything, you risk losing it all, especially your colonies in South America, which are far more valuable to you.
That is indeed the danger, Duke Manuel. If it comes to war over Louisiana, you will lose. And probably a good deal more than you now imagine.
Young man, you are indeed a dark horse, aren't you?
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend, how can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests, as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
Hop là. Alors. Validé.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare
Gentlemen, let us
Oh là là, ils vont se battre.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you
Le
coming
colloque
with
ne
us,
se passe
Monsieur
pas
de
comme...
Richelieu?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Oh putain, on doit choisir. Soit rester Mortimer, soit avec Holmes. Mais il y a Holmes, il y a l'espagnol, il y a l'allemand. On va rester avec Mortimer.
As for
Hein.
me, I think I shall remain with Lord Mortimer, Sir Gregory.
You are committing a grave error, Louis.
Time will tell.
Non, 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 on fait pas une grave erreur à rester avec lui. Moi, j'ai envie de savoir quel est son plan. Aïe, aïe, aïe.
My friends, I would like to thank you for staying.
Good God, William. What is this I hear about you reinforcing military power in Louisiana? I have no interest in having France for a neighbor, and you know that very well.
Calm down, George. Louis, explain our plan to Mr. Washington, please.
You see, Mr. President, Lord Mortimer anticipates that once France obtains Louisiana, they will cede it to you.
What do you mean? To us? The United States?
You heard right.
But
President Washington, the United States will double in size.
By what miracle have you...
You need to expand, George. You and France are the two major democracies in the modern world. It is necessary that you both become superpowers.
Are you really going to sponsor democracy throughout the world?
Of course, Monsieur Peru. That's why I don't want Spain to get too attached to those wetlands. Please continue, Louis. Explain my vision to Mr. President.
By going through France, Spain won't suspect that it's you who's going to take possession of Louisiana. They'll even believe that France will be a protective buffer between itself in California and you on the East Coast. If Senor Godoy was afraid that you might take the territory by force, now he is reassured. You would never attack France.
But why didn't you tell me before?
Pour plus de spontanéité, garder un coup d'avance.
So, Home doesn't see it coming, but by the time it dawns on Senor Godoy, it'll be too late because he'll realize that he's just lost all the North American continent. We all know that you won't stop once the path is cleared before you.
What do you mean?
You see, Monsieur Peru, it's very likely that once Louisiana becomes American, President Washington will push out even more and take the West Coast.
William, you haven't changed. Always one step ahead.
One step ahead? You're joking. More like 5.
On that note, my friends, it's getting late. Mr. President, continue to take offense over my project when we resume the conference in the morning. You do it to a T. And if Sir Gregory has the audacity to send you an emissary to convince you to go against me, do me a favor. String him along if you can. The more they believe we are divided, the more we'll have our hands free.
Only too happy to oblige.
Now, let us get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Par contre, il a pas vu son oiseau mort?
Louis.
Ah, c'était sûr.
I would like to ask a favor of you. I'm going to require your services.
How can I be of help? Tell me all about it.
Our adversaries are many, and the closing vote of the conference will soon be upon us. Time is of an essence. So, I'll need you to assist me this evening.
How can I help?
I need you to go this very evening to persuade Senor Godoy to join us. He is the backbone of Gregory's resistance. Turn him round, and all the others will follow in such a stampede that Gregory will be able to do nothing but admit defeat.
Lord Mortimer, with all due respect, don't you think I'm the last person Godoy wants to talk to?
I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
Il m'a caché quelque chose.
You're not telling me everything.
Let's say I wouldn't disapprove if the Right Honorable, though nonetheless choleric, Duke Manuel put you in his bad books. If it could motivate him to declare war on France, it would greatly serve our interests.
War? What do you mean?
I told you before the conference. The more we distract Spain from the Americas, the less it will have an eye on Louisiana.
But all the same, we're talking about a war in Europe.
Don't worry. That's why Mr. Bonaparte is with us. I am convinced we'll be perfectly capable of managing the conflict. And Senor Godoy is not a great soldier. He will not commit Spain to a long war that he won't be capable of managing.
I'll go straight away.
Thank you, my boy. And get some rest afterwards. Big day tomorrow.
Il y a eu aucune répercussion que l'oiseau soit mort? C'est dommage. On peut pas... Bon, on va pas les embêter. Hop, on va y aller directement. Par où est la sortie? Voilà. Allez, on descend. Alors, où est le seigneur Godoy? Ah, on pouvait voir Adam Von Heller. Chambre de la Tour, Pellu, Bonaparte, Lisbro. Ou je suppose que c'est là, hein. Que là, c'est notre cher ami. Là, je sais. On va aller voir de ce côté là-bas. Hop. Allez. Un peu d'exploration de manoir. Ça coûte rien. Si on peut descendre ou pas? Ah, on peut descendre comme on veut. En vrai, on n'est pas obligé d'aller le convaincre, hein. Et pour ma part, j'ai envie d'écouter ma mère et pas le convaincre. Faut bien jouer l'infiltré, hein. Ok, c'est pas là la porte. Elle est là normalement. Et là, il y a une porte. On n'y a pas accès. Donc là, c'est notre cher ami le prêtre. Taper. Celui qui...
Ah, Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any chance, would you?
I was going to ask you the same question.
I wanted to speak to him, but no one will open the door. I'm not sure he's in there.
If I want to pass through, I'll have to get Volner out of the way.
Le faire chercher ailleurs.
I've searched all over the manor, but I can't find him.
One thing's for sure, Monsieur de Richet. He's neither in his room nor on this floor. I've just looked all over.
I propose we both look for him. The first to find him tells the Duke that the other.
C'est dommage que la bouche elle bouge pas, hein.
Agreed?
Perfect. Let's do that. I shall have a look in the library. If you find the Duke before me, tell him I want to speak to him.
Yes. Let's proceed as you say.
Thank you, Monsieur de Richet.
Ouais, Louis il parlait pas, je sais pas pourquoi.
Right.
Apparemment les bouches ne
Good
bougent
boy.
pas.
Go look somewhere else.
J'espère qu'il est pas mort, hein. Monsieur le Duc, voici les informations. Confirme que Monsieur Hay travaille. Ok. Pour aller sur le balcon, mais non. Le livre là, c'est quoi, Monsieur le Duc aussi? Ah, ok, ça n'a rien à voir.
Mary Louise of Parma. How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke.
Remarquez quelque chose.
It looks like someone's hidden something on the back of this painting. It's a letter. Of course, it's written in Spanish. And it reeks of lavender. Well, well, Mr. Godoy. You seem very interested in hiding this letter. Another secret romance, I presume?
Dommage qu'on n'a pas de point en linguistique.
Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Il est pas là le petit. Hein.
Charles IV of Spain. Now there's no chance of Godoy forgetting who he owes everything to.
Ouais, une épée. Un livre. Ah. Voilà qui est bien. C'est pour les chaussures ça je pense. Mais visiblement il est pas là Manuel. Hein. Peut-être dehors. Non. On va rentrer dans notre chambre. Hein. Bizarre qu'il soit pas là. Ah, vous avez de la chance de pas avoir un jeu qui bug. Ouais, il y a des petits ralentis, c'est horrible. On va aller voir en bas. Peut-être que eux ils l'ont vu.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Have you seen Duke Manuel?
The Duke is in the dining room, sir.
C'est eux la dining room. Bah techniquement s'il était là-bas, l'allemand il est là. Hein. Du coup ils discutent ensemble. Que l'allemand est obligé de passer par là. Si on suit toute logique. Au clair de lune, que Louis de Richet approcha du vide. Submergé par cette musique, il observa le ciel. Et décida de s'éloigner. Quelle belle mélodie.
Duke Manuel?
Well, well. Monsieur de Richet, I was not expecting you. I am not in the mood, sir, I warn you. What do you want from me, sir?
Confrontation. Pourquoi s'est-il énervé? Le rallier à Mortimer, je venais prendre l'air. Je rappelle les intérêts communs de nos pays. Volner vous cherche.
I see you're still feeling under pressure. Since your arrival, I've noticed that you've been on the defensive. It seems to me that Monsieur Perru has a knack for getting your back up.
That is the least you can say. Indeed, I was warned. I knew what to expect. For God's sake, why in the hell did your people execute their king? Have the French gone stark raving mad? There are nothing but monarchies in power in Europe. They will all come crashing down on you.
We shall see. It might, well, turn out to be the opposite.
You certainly do not lack for audacity, young man. Just tell me one thing, monsieur. Why did you side with Mortimer? He is alone, isolated. The United States can do nothing to help you, and France is surrounded by over 10 countries, just waiting for the word to pounce. Really, I do not see why you choose Mortimer.
Non, je ne comprends pas pourquoi avoir choisi Mortimer. On est...
Oh, it's really quite simple, you know. Whose place are we at? Who can manage to bring together so many influential figures under the same roof?
Technically, Sir Gregory brought more guests than Mortimer.
Yes, but in whose name? Who organized the party, Senor Godoy? Who pays the bills? And you are forgetting something fundamental. Who has the biggest army nowadays?
Yes.
There's no shame in admitting that France is militarily superior to you. That's why you're considering joining forces with other European countries in order to confront us.
I agree that Mortimer does have some powerful assets. Tell me, do you really believe Spain has any interest in ceding Louisiana to France?
Quel serait son intérêt? Lutter contre l'Angleterre ensemble. Là, comme ça, je ne vois pas. L'Espagne pourrait tirer un bon prix. Louisiane pose plus de problèmes qu'elle n'en rapporte. On va le manipuler.
For Spain, I don't know. But for you, I'm convinced that Lord Mortimer will thank you generously.
You would not be trying to bribe me, would you?
Nothing could be further from my mind. It would be an insult to believe that someone such as yourself might have a practical attitude towards its virtue. Even so, it is only natural that you be supported and encouraged if you were to follow Lord Mortimer, isn't it?
Indeed, for services rendered, it would be natural for me to receive compensation for the time spent achieving such an undertaking, yes?
Naturally. And, given your status, my Lord Duke, the compensation would have to be considerable.
Naturally. Tell me one last thing. What would I gain from all this?
Faire chanter, le pousser à bout, le...
You unshackle yourself from Sir Gregory, who, let's face it, takes up a lot of space.
What are you talking about?
My friend, I'm guessing that you wouldn't mind getting a little freedom from the overbearing control he exerts?
I would never have gotten where I am today without him. He is an influential man who is true to his word and who has always given me his full attention.
But he obliges you to...
That's enough. I will not allow you to stab him in the back. Sir Gregory is a respectable gentleman, and your petty manipulations have no effect on me. If that is your only argument, then you are on the wrong track.
Non, bah... Mais en soi, si je rate, c'est bien.
I'm sure that Lord Mortimer will be very appreciative. He's always supported those who have given him help. And you know well that he has every means to do so.
That at least is true.
Come on, you fool, give it up. You're trapped like a rat.
Monsieur, I am astounded. I did not think you capable, but you have succeeded. I will be more wary of you the next time. Nonetheless, if you can guarantee Lord Mortimer's support, then yes, you can count on my vote when the time comes. However, I expect you to be discreet with regard to my former partners, without which our agreement will become null and void.
Of course, my Lord Duke. You can count on me. Lord Mortimer will be delighted to hear the news.
I hope you know what you are getting into, Louis. I bid you good luck.
Good night, my Lord Duke.
See you tomorrow. Well, that's one thing out of the way. Only thing left to do is wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
Please, leave me, sir. From now on, no one must see us together.
Bon bah désolé. Hein. On n'a pas pu le prévenir que l'autre l'attendait. C'est pas grave. Y'a personne ici, non. Je sens que notre mère va attendre dans la cuisine. Dans la chambre. Quasiment sûr. Mother. Tu vas voir, c'est sûr que ça va arriver. Ah.
Good evening, Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir. Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, you surprised me during the conference.
Why's that?
Well, you are going to lose.
Why stay with Lord Mortimer?
I believe he has every chance of winning.
My, you are a rash one. However, if ever you want to change sides, please feel free to let me know.
But tell me, you didn't come here to try and make me change my mind, did you?
That's
C'est vrai,
the
certain
last
qu'elle est
thing
pour
on my
ça.
mind, although you would have everything to gain by it.
Do you perhaps know something that I don't? Come on, Emily. It's time you lay your cards on the table. If you know something I don't about Lord Mortimer, now's the time.
I don't want to
Allez.
speak ill of him, but in certain circles, you can't exactly say he has a good reputation.
Continue.
Well, there have been instances where he has used people, then gotten rid of them once he no longer seemed to need them, Louis. He makes fine promises, makes you feel valuable, tests you. But beware. I'm worried that something might happen to you.
Are you advising me to change sides as a precaution?
I'd rather say as a safety measure. Louis, if you trust me, you ought to ask yourself why I have chosen home. You do trust me, don't you?
Non, mais lui faire cru, oui.
Of course,
Oui,
Emily.
j'ai
Admit,
confiance
though,
en
that
Emily.
it does make you think. There's still time, you know. Join us before it's too late.
Ah, faut faire un choix. Mais je vais
I
changer de
admit,
camp.
you've sown the seed of doubt. But I don't know how Lord Mortimer's gonna take my last-minute change of mind.
Don't worry yourself about that, really. It's only discussions and verbal jousting. No one's going to die, whatever happens, and Sir Gregory will be there to support you.
Very well. You can count on me to join your side then. But don't tell anyone until the vote.
Promise. We'll make a good team, you'll see.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
I've seen her, Emily.
What? When was that?
A little earlier, just before the conference. She was hiding.
And did you manage to speak to her?
She's not the same. I don't know what's been happening to her, but she's changed. I found her in a deplorable state with one of her hands cut off. I mean, she was saying crazy things, bordering on delirium.
Je lui fais confiance à
What?
Emily.
Did you say one of her hands was cut off? What happened to her?
I don't know. She wouldn't say.
And did she tell you why she shot Emma?
But how do you know she shot Emma? I didn't tell you.
You knew it, and you never said anything. Well, Louis, keeping your little secrets to yourself, that's not nice.
I was afraid for you.
No need to justify yourself, you know. We both have our secrets. Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Wow. Attention, YouTube ça va être censuré.
Come, Louis.
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him.
He looks like he can be trusted. And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here?
She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her.
What are we going to do about Washington?
He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king.
Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing. To keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim.
He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to
bring him around. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
En fait, les deux, ils manipulent. Que ça soit Sir Gregory ou Mortimer.
Emily? Emily? Are you there?
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
Ah, je sais pas quelle partie prendre.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me reassure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
Against. Against.
And you, Luke Manuel?
Well, you see, it is more complicated and it...
Godoy?
Calm, Gregory. Don't try to impress my guests, please.
They are not your guests.
Gregory, anyone under my roof is by definition my guest, you included. I would be very grateful if you would let my guests speak. Duke Manuel, you were saying you still had some doubts?
Well, you see, the situation has changed since last night.
What's going on here, my Lord Duke?
You see, I gave it some thought during the night. New arguments have come to light.
What do you mean, Duke Manuel?
Sir Gregory, I regret to inform you that Spain will not support you in this operation. I vote for. Moreover, in response to arguments brought to my attention, I declare war on France.
What? What is he doing?
If you think France is afraid of you, you are dreaming.
Over 10 nations rise against you, young man, and you behave like a yapping little dog?
When the French armies are at your door, my Lord Duke, you will change your tune. Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington, what is your position?
For, of course.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My Lord Duke this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, Camille.
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
Oh non, mais faites-moi pas choisir ça. Moi j'aime bien au final Perru.
Wait!
De Richet, you just can't help it, can you? Stop trying to play the hero, man!
Select, s'il vous plaît, dites-moi. Perru, il est sensible au psychologique.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things!
You blame yourself, I can see that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need.
Ensuite, il est sensible. Au pire, allez, on en a plein. Hop là. Je vais revoir vite fait. Perru, c'est quoi? Interrogatoire. Il est vulnérable à l'étiquette. Psychologique.
Jacques, you're not alone.
There's nothing you can do against him.
Of course there is. We've already started.
How can you say that knowing he's already probably gotten rid of your mother, Louis?
No, he hasn't. She's still here. She's alive, Jacques.
But...
Yes, trust me.
Bon, ça va nous coûter des points, c'est pas grave.
You're better than that.
You don't know me.
Yes, I do. I know you're no coward, so give me your weapon, please.
But
There's nothing to fear. I'm right here.
I don't want him to talk to me.
Don't worry, you're safe now, Jacques.
On a sauvé Perru.
You could have seriously hurt someone if Monsieur de Richet here hadn't stopped you. Your behavior is unacceptable. You would do better to go and rest in your apartment. My friends, we shall continue the conference later. I would like to apologize for the inexcusable behavior of my guest. We all need to recover from all of this excitement. Take the rest of the day off.
Ça va, on n'a pas eu besoin de choisir. Ça me rassure. Alors attendez 2 secondes. On n'a rien raté, ça c'est cool. Donc c'est possible de rien rater. Donc on a bel et bien couché avec Lady. Donc est-ce que coucher avec c'est suffisant? Alors on a su suivre Mortimer, on a participé à la colloque, on a convaincu Manuel Godoy. On s'est laissé convaincre par Lady et Aceborough. On a sauvé Jack Perry, on a rassuré Sarah de Richet et on a couché avec Lady et Aceborough. J'aurais pu suivre Sir Homme, j'aurais pu découvrir le secret de Jack Perry. J'aurais pu découvrir un secret de Napoléon Bonaparte. J'aurais pu découvrir un secret au sujet de Sir Gregory Holmes. On est niveau 9 hein. Hop là. Ah, en fait maintenant on a des points partout quoi. Ah, du coup, maintenant, on peut utiliser toutes les compétences. Ça, c'est cool. Voilà. On va mettre un point là-dedans. Validé. Enjeu dangereux. Talent débloqué. Touche à tout.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Perrault has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are
Oh,
all
no.
in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
You have given us all a fine lesson in courage.
Thank you.
He owes you his life. That's quite something.
That madman deserves to die.
We are providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Attendez 2 secondes. Ah, ma manette. Je vais voir, je vais me poser mon ordinateur portable. Non, c'est bon, je pensais qu'il avait pris un coup, mais non. Hop là. Alors, on a plus beaucoup de livres, hein, donc hop, hop, hop là. Et on maintient. Hop.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Ah, humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the
Ah,
guests.
il est pas mort, il est pas mort.
When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
Pourquoi a-t-il voulu se suicider? Pourquoi l'avoir invité? Pourquoi est-il terrorisé par Lord
Tell me,
Mortimer?
my lord, can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely.
Ouais.
Louis, one more thing, please. I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
Faut le garder dans nos pattes.
Worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you the fact that I have no idea by what miracle we could ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
Par contre, il bug à mort, hein, le petit. On va faire un petit tour ici. Parce que je crois qu'il y a des trucs à récupérer. Oh. Louis, franchement, on fait le tour. Hop, une croix de Malte.
Dante's Purgatory.
Non,
Why does
encore
your
ça.
mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub? The
Bon, allez, on va
worm
descendre.
before it's attained its final form. Charming.
Dites-moi pas que c'est déjà la soirée. Oh non, moi j'ai pas envie de retourner dans ma chambre. J'aurais envie de fouiller le manoir. Tenez, au niveau de l'inventaire, on a quoi comme clé? Terre, 4 cercles, air et terre. On a 2 clés de terre. Et la chambre de notre cher Adams, elle est là-bas. Là-bas? Non, là-bas. Je sais plus si c'est feu ou terre là-bas. Mais je crois que c'était bien feu. Terre. La chambre d'Adams. Il y avait une boîte. On peut rentrer. Est-ce qu'ils ont ramassé son cadavre au moins? Ça va, ça me rassure. Elle est où la boîte? Il y avait une boîte qu'on pouvait ouvrir. Quasiment certain qu'elle était quelque part là. Putain, il y avait une boîte, c'est sûr et certain. Aceborough. Bon bah visiblement elle est plus là. Hein. Attends, c'était quasiment sûr qu'elle était là aussi. Bon, tant pis. Ouais, on veut sortir. Pélu? Qu'est-ce que tu fais là?
Your Eminence.
Ah, Louis. Well done, my son. You may well have saved our lives. Who knows what that madman was capable of?
Il est pas
fou. A reflex reaction.
And modest as well. Sarah would be proud of you. It's not going to help matters for Mortimer. Now he has one less vote for the conference.
You don't seem too affected by it, though.
Louis, I do not appreciate your remark, which I will put down to the indiscretions of youth. I am here in the interests of the Holy See. But I am above all a Christian, and it hurts me to see lost souls take a wrong turn.
Of course, of course.
I hope that Monsieur Perrault's act will help you reconsider your choice, Louis. Sincerely, see where his support for Lord Mortimer got him. And what will your mother say when she finds out that you have triggered a war with your amateur diplomacy? This cannot be serious, really.
Thank you for your advice, Your Eminence.
Think nothing of it, Louis. See you later.
Faut garder l'esprit ouvert, les gens. Ah, on peut aller dans les chambres. Et la tiens, je n'ai pas là. Jamais été sur les balcons là.
Golden elixir. Consume without excess.
C'est verrouillé. On est où là?
What do you want from me, de Richet? Get on with it. I'm busy.
Quoi?
I wanted to speak to you about the conference.
Listen, you chose your side. You had every possible reason to make the right choice, but you preferred to commit yourself to Mortimer. Good luck, because it's a lost battle. The subject is closed. Anything else?
As I was passing by your room, I wondered if you'd made any progress with your search for the Al-Azif.
Do you remember our little discussion last time, de Richet?
Indeed, I do.
So, please go straight to hell and stop wasting my time.
What a tragedy about Mr. Perrault.
Are you joking? That bonehead had it coming to him.
Oh. Alors, Volonnaire. On ne connaît pas ses faiblesses.
You seem to have taken a personal stance. Am I wrong?
Ever since I found out that footprints incriminating him were found next to Elizabeth's body. You can be sure that given the opportunity, I would have put a bullet in his mouth myself.
Excuse me. This is the wrong room.
Et on va sortir par la porte avant ou par dehors? Donc, on a été là. Là, il n'y a personne. On peut retourner vite fait dans la chambre de la tour. Il y aura peut-être quelqu'un. Oh bah elle est close. Là, il y a qui? Il y a Napoléon et Pérou? Ah ouais. Elle a l'accès au jardin. Elle a de la chance.
Yes, sir.
Your guess is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Good. Proceed.
Yes, sir.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Louis, once again, bravo for what you did. If it weren't for you,
no.
Peru would have blown his brains out. You've got courage. I like this. We just lost a vote for the next conference, and we already had fewer votes than Holm. I must absolutely find a solution.
Yes. Yes, indeed. But I believe if Lord Mortimer is still confident, it's because he still has a few cards up his sleeve.
I hope so. I sincerely hope so. Unfortunately, that vote of Godot you acquired is probably not going to suffice.
Well, it's still more than what you've done, isn't it?
I see you have a short fuse, monsieur. As someone who just started a war with Spain, if I were you, I wouldn't get on my high horse so quickly. In short, we haven't a minute to lose. I'll leave you now.
Just a minute. Can you tell me what Duchess Hillsborough proposed to you on the night of the conference?
I was sure you'd ask me that. Not that I hold the Duchess dear to my heart, but I do nevertheless have some scruples. I have noticed you hovering around her since you arrived, and I only have one piece of advice to give you. Don't forget why she came here. And don't delude yourself.
That makes 2 pieces of advice.
Ah, how you love having the last word.
Yes.
Now, Louis, time is running short, and as I said, I'm in a hurry. I have to go now. I will see you later.
Bon, est-ce qu'on peut descendre? Non. On va voir Ferru.
Sorry, sir, but you cannot go through. We have very clear instructions from Lord Mortimer. Monsieur Pérou must rest.
Putain, les enfoirés. Bonaparte. Je trouve que c'était la première fois que je viens dans sa chambre, lui. Non, c'est pas la première fois. Sa chambre est fermée. Wow.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Je veux voir la duchesse.
No answer. Nothing.
Emily? Emily, are you there? Emily!
Yes. Louis, is that you?
Yes, let me in.
I'm sorry, Louis. I don't feel very well. I'll see you later.
Are you sure everything's all right? Are you still there?
Étrange comme comportement. Il ne peut plus bouger. Je me demande pourquoi elle est comme ça. Lui, on va pas l'embêter. On va simplement retourner dans notre chambre. Dommage qu'on peut pas monter sur les fenêtres pour aller voir comment elle va.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Alors, qui ça va être?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr.
Washington?
President, I'm coming.
Louis. Oh, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw
Désolé,
your
Jean.
mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Pour ça qu'elle voulait pas m'ouvrir. Hein. Attendez 2 secondes, les gens. Hop là, on va essayer d'entrer.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. I can't understand what she's saying.
On va essayer de cocher la porte.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick. Emily! Emily, are you there? Answer me. Emily!
On peut passer par la chambre de Bonaparte. Pourvu que ça marche.
Damn it. It's closed. Seems like the key is still in the lock on the other side. That means I won't be able to pick it. Or I could do as I did the last time in the tower room.
Forcer la porte.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Putain! Bon là ça s'ouvre, c'est bon. What? Ok, c'est pas ça que je voulais voir. C'est pas ça non plus. Ok, on a accès de bien au jardin. comment on y accède? Là. Sois discret. Sois discret.
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this. What
A
are you
letter
on
from
about
William
now?
Pitt the
I should
Younger,
never have told you
addressed
what
to
happened to
Emily.
me.
It's the
That's how
present
it works,
letter
and you
from
know it
William
full
Pitt
well.
the
I'm
Elder,
not that naive.
addressed to Emily.
I know you
He was the
inside
English
out.
Prime
Stop.
Minister.
We'll end up
This
losing
letter dates from
everything if you keep
15 years ago now.
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life.
Oh là là.
That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's...
C'était quasiment sûr qu'elle allait avoir un passage comme ça, c'est épique. Mais pendant ce temps-là, notre mère elle est au sol. Mais du coup, la vision qu'on a eue, comme quoi elle s'est fait tirer dessus, ça se trouve c'était totalement faux. Et donc, ça se trouve, notre mère essaie de tuer pas Emily, mais l'autre, Amy, je crois. Je sais plus c'est quoi son nom. Elisabeth, je sais plus. Enfin, peut-être, elle essaie peut-être de protéger la vraie, enfin, Emily. De sa propre sœur qui est peut-être sous le contrôle de quelqu'un d'autre. Et c'est peut-être pour ça que Napoléon était avec une des Emily et nous avec l'autre Emily.
What you want, isn't it? You want to kill me? Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way.
Emma,
She's
Emily.
dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis.
Oh, yeah.
How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
S'adresser à la jumelle de derrière.
You had asked me what had become of me since we last met in London some years before. What did I answer?
That you are a detective, Louis. You even told me about your adventures regarding some news item. What were they called now? Ah yes, the chauffeur d'orgère. I already told her, Louis. I was there.
Right.
Putain.
Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Qui était présent dans la cheminée?
When we arrived at the manor, someone was already present in the Great Hall. Who was it?
George Washington, President of the United States, Louis. Of course you are able to reply. I'm the one who told you.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll. Did we get a chance to speak?
Certainly not. I was exhausted and went to bed. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
Ça se trouve, c'est l'une des deux qui a tué Elisabeth.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Comment a-t-elle passé la Gorgone? Minute. Faites-la passer. Fais-la passer. Attends. Fais-la passer. Parler des objets que vous avez trouvés.
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn. An old sheepskin that he must take for the Golden Fleece. The Bible of Judas. Property deeds as old as the hills. And a broken old sword. You are wasting your time, Louis. She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice.
Ask her about you and I.
You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us.
Oh, yeah.
Last night, when you came to my room, what exactly did you expect from me?
Exactly what happened. I was hoping you would share your bed with me. What?
Which I did.
And it was delicious, sir. What do you mean, it was delicious? You little slut. What did you do? Believe it or not, Louis, out of fear of her jealousy, I didn't tell Emma that we spent last night together. I hate you!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Ah ouais, mais on sait pas si c'est peut-être Emma qui est venue. C'est peut-être Emma. Non, ça se fait pas. Oh, c'est horrible. En vrai, je dirais elle. Mais est-ce que la vraie Emily me laisserait prendre l'arme? Elle aurait du cran pour prendre l'arme. Qui me dit que c'est pas Emma? Et peut-être pour dire je te hais, elle a honte que ça soit Emma qui a couché avec moi. Ah! C'est horrible! C'est horrible comme choix! Ah! Aïe 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 aïe! En vrai, je dirais la Emily qui est derrière moi parce que elle me donne l'arme et l'autre elle le hait parce qu'elle voulait coucher avec moi. Allez, tant pis.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch! Watch out, Louis! No!
Hell, what have I done?
La pute!
See what you've done. See.
Louis? What on earth is going...
Mother!
Go. You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Go.
Come, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her, please.
Putain, je pensais qu'il fallait juste dire qu'il accusait. Retournez au menu, s'il vous plaît. Est-ce qu'on peut? On va recommencer, je suis désolé les gens. Parce que moi, je pensais que c'était... Fallait choisir celle qu'on accuse. Et pas la vraie Mully.
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope, right?
Je suis désolé, on va revoir la scène.
That's enough, Emma.
Mais on aura plus d'informations, c'est pas grave.
Here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately.
What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way! I am not Emma! Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational.
Pourquoi notre mère ne se réveille pas? Bon.
How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival... On the wharf, something happened to me. What was it?
A malaise. The moment you arrived, you felt ill.
Mais elle a dit un malaise.
I offered to help while Piaggi went up. And you turned me down flat.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
On va poser les questions toujours à la même.
Before going to bed, I went for a stroll. Did we speak to each other during that stroll?
You must be mistaken. After going up to bed, I went straight to sleep. But she knows all that, Louis. I already told her. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this.
Faut toujours questionner la même.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on. She's put...
Me revoilà les gens. Hop là.
One over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
Alors.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing.
Je suis vraiment désolé qu'on refait ce passage. Hein. Mais c'est pas elle que je voulais tuer.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Elle résiste à quoi exactement? Elle est vulnérable à la psychologie et invulnérable aux interrogatoires.
Remember? How did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
Sword toward the Gorgon, Gorgon toward the shield, shield toward the sword. Lantern toward the shield. Of course, I told her how to do it. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice.
Ask her about you and I.
You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us.
Je vais demander à la jumelle d'en face.
Last night, you came to visit me, and I can't help wondering why. Why did you come to my room?
Louis, you must be mistaken. I did not go to your room last night. And that's where your little game ends, Emma. Because I never told you about it. So, there you can't answer. What? No! You didn't do that. I didn't want you to be jealous of Louis. Remember how you always used to react whenever you felt you were competing against a man? You dirty...
That's enough. I've had enough of this charade. That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Moi j'ai gardé mon avis. Donc quoi, la vraie Emily c'est celle-là.
Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite
Pour
all the
ça, elle
trouble
était
you've
jalouse.
gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily.
J'avais raison que c'était bien elle.
To stop your little game right
Ah,
now.
je suis content.
I am Duchess Hills. No.
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But
you don't. Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done. See?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away! You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess?
Pour moi c'était elle, mais je sais pas.
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But
Leave us.
Emily.
Je vous ai expliqué pourquoi pour moi c'était elle, et tout à l'heure j'ai fait juste l'erreur de choisir parce que je pensais qu'il fallait désigner le coupable. Et c'est pour ça que j'avais choisi celle de derrière. J'ai mal lu. Parce qu'elle était hyper vénère de savoir comme quoi sa sœur avait couché avec moi dans le jeu. Ah, parce qu'à mon avis, Emily nous aimait. Et Emma en a profité. Voilà pourquoi.
What's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? On peut passer par là pour aller dans la crypte? What? Ouh. Ah, le pauvre il s'est fait assommer. Mais je suis passé par où? Là? Oui. On peut. Hillsborough. J'espère avoir fait le bon choix parce que l'une des deux, dans tous les cas, l'une pouvait se faire passer le soir où elle a couché avec nous. L'une pouvait se faire passer pour Emma et l'autre pouvait se faire passer pour Emily. On ne sait pas du coup.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Bon. Là, je vais voir si le son est toujours bien. Hein. Attendez. Ouais, c'est bon. Allez. Retournons voir notre mère. Alors, comment va le jardin déjà? Alors, 1, 2... Bon, allez, peu importe. Hop, la plus proche. J'espère vraiment pas avoir fait de bêtises. Hein. Et qu'on a bien tué. Hein. Parce que même quand on l'a tué, hein, vous l'avez bien vu, on ne sait pas du tout laquelle est la vraie. L'une a pu faire semblant d'être la vraie, et voilà quoi. On va rester dans le doute jusqu'à la fin, là. Ou à la fin du chapitre, peut-être, on va le savoir. Enfin, non, ça serait bien qu'ils le disent pas, en vrai. Comme ça, on garde le doute. Et pour moi, la vraie Millie n'a pas couché avec nous. La vraie Millie a été avec... Mais oui, forcément que c'est la vraie Millie. Parce que celle qui était présente... Ah, me revoilà. Bon, je suis là, les gens. Hop là, donc les gens, c'est bon, faut juste attendre que Shadow relance. Donc je pense que vous m'entendez, je vais vérifier ça, attendez, hop. Live. Hein. Attendez, je vérifie juste. Ouais, donc vous m'entendez bien. Donc le temps que mon Shadow se relance, je vais vous faire un petit briefing. Donc je pense que j'ai fait une grave erreur. Parce que le problème, c'est que Napoléon a bien eu reçu la visite de Napoléon. Emily a reçu la visite de Napoléon. Donc c'est-à-dire que la personne qui était avec nous, c'était Emma. Et donc, on a tué... Attends. Ben non! C'est la bonne! Putain, non, je dis de la merde! Parce que, écoutez, si celle qui a couché, bah, celle qui était derrière nous, c'était Emma. Donc c'est bien elle qui a couché avec nous. Parce que Emily était avec Napoléon. Non, c'est bon, non, c'est bon, j'ai dit de la merde, on a bien tué la bonne. C'est bon, ça me rassure. C'est ça, c'est sur ça que je me basais, moi. Emily, celle qui était en face, n'a pas couché avec nous, elle était avec Napoléon en train de lui parler. Et à mon avis, elle a dû faire autre chose. Tandis qu'Emma, elle a été couchée avec Napoléon pour le soudoyer. Et elle était présente à la coloc. Voilà. Bon, par contre, le Shadow, il met beaucoup de temps à se lancer. Donc j'espère que ça va le faire. Et qu'il va pas falloir couper le live tout de suite. Ça me ferait un peu chier, je vais pas vous mentir. J'aimerais au moins retourner voir ma mère. Mais bon. Je ne sais pas. En plus, comme par hasard, je dis à mon père, ouais, non, 2 secondes. Et voilà que la connexion, elle coupe. Juste pour me faire chier. Je serais certain. Il est long à relancer. Attendez, je vais couper le launcher et je vais tout relancer. Mais j'ai pas envie de relancer le Shadow parce que si je relance le Shadow, ça coupe le live. À moins que je vous coupe le live comme ça parce que, bah, par problème technique, hein. Ah, attendez, démarrage du streaming. C'est bon. Ah, les gens. Je me rappelle que celle d'en face, elle a pas couché avec nous, elle était avec Napoléon. Putain. Ah, j'ai bien fait de relancer. Là, je m'en voulais parce que ils ont... Bah, si, en soi, ils ont précisé s'il fallait tuer ou non. Il fallait choisir laquelle était la vraie. Comme un con, moi, j'ai désigné celle qu'il fallait tuer. Qu'il fallait tuer. Pas grave. Hein. Hop là. Continuez. Allez, on va dehors. C'est vraiment con, hein, qu'on a dû tout recommencer à cause de ça. Le principal, c'est qu'on a pu recommencer, et puis voilà. Quoi. Emily est en vie, et l'autre connasse est morte. Désolé, j'appelle ça une connasse. Hein. Que là, quand même, c'était Emily qui nous aimait, et cette pute, elle a couché avec nous pour briser Emily totalement. Et là, notre mère va dire, tu as tué la vraie Emily. Mais je pense pas.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
Les
and
démons.
that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a
C'est
head
vrai
like an
comment les écrivent en
octopus?
français.
What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
Ah, faut choisir. Ça peut pas être Godoy, le croque-mitaine et le Père Noël. Ça peut être Mortimer et Holmes. Ah, moi j'hésite entre les 2 là. Pas Volner, pas Godoy. Ah, peut-être Volner.
Don't tell me. It isn't Volner and Duke Manuel, is it?
Don't talk nonsense. Both of those poor souls are mere pawns in the hands of the real players.
I was answering at random, Mother.
Do you really believe that I'm joking here? Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Mother, I shan't follow you down that path. I wouldn't be doing you any favors.
Rational and open, Louis. Tell me then, how can anyone own properties all over the world for centuries, always having signed documents with the same signature?
Well, I can find 10 other explanations less eccentric than demonic possession, Mother.
How come the Mortimers have had only one male heir for each generation since the Third Crusade?
Forgery, family rights, where they get rid of the daughter. There are dozens of less extravagant possibilities.
How could one man motivate so many future leading figures of the day on his silly island without anyone finding out about it? Even the Golden Order isn't capable of that.
Well, he's simply better than us, and he's welcome to it.
You refuse to open your eyes, Louis.
You've lost your objectivity, Mother.
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Mortimer?
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you accepted.
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741 in Poland, 1749 in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
Attends, nous étions d'accord?
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute.
Je laisserai pas
One last
Elisabeth.
thing.
Alors, avez-vous négocié à l'Azif avec Volner? Que s'était passé? Que s'était passé avec Emma? Pourquoi les canards avec Bonaparte?
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing, and then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and Vice President of the United States,
Ouais,
you
ça
know.
on le sait.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
Allez,
Good.
c'est bon.
I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our
Intelligent.
utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
Au moins, c'est moi sûr, notre mère, elle est pas morte.
There. That's why we are here.
Quelle est cette chose? Ah, elle a perdu son bras à cause de ça! Alors, j'ai découvert que le cardinal Piaghi ne s'est pas laissé perturber par les événements. j'ai réussi à passer par la chambre de Napoléon Bonaparte sans laisser de traces. J'ai protégé l'une des deux jumelles. Bien sûr, on sait pas du tout. Hein. Oh, on n'est pas passé voir Jacques Perru. Ah, quel con. Je suis allé voir l'attroupement devant la chambre de Hillsborough. J'aurais pu être témoin de la résolution de Napoléon Bonaparte. J'aurais pu apprendre quelque chose sur l'Al-Lazif. Et j'aurais pu passer... Hop là. Et du coup, les gens, je pense qu'on va s'arrêter là. On va juste mettre les points. 1, 2, 3. Et le langage, je ne sais plus c'est où. C'est ça. Voilà. Hop là.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 5 objects before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Quoi?
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Well, otherwise I can always go and see Piaggi. He's a cardinal after all.
Les clous. J'essaie juste d'avoir les informations.
I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
119 1 et 6656. Et ça?
Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
J'en étais sûr.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Ok.
This
La
is the
Bible
book
de
in which you
Gutenberg.
left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough, isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right.
Chambre de la tour.
I shall go and see.
Donc, il y a Gorgone. Il y a Mortimer Bureau. Il y a Piaggi pour les trucs. Retour, les clous. Donc, les clous c'est Piaggi. La croix c'est. Non. Les clous, ça j'ai. Gutenberg c'est Hillsborough. Non. C'est Tours. Je vais retenir. Une sphère armilière.
There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
Ok, galerie. Enfin. Et les dates?
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
Ok, partir.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal?
Ouais, c'est vrai que c'est pas normal.
Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6466.
6466. Et du coup, on a plus de livres. C'était vraiment 6466? 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouais, c'est bien ça. Pourquoi elle serait trompée? Du coup, oui, on va faire commencer la quête. Et les gens, on va y aller. Du coup, la prochaine fois, on terminera certainement l'autre épisode. Épisode 4. Et donc, le prochain live, le prochain live, ça sera un live total. Je me ferai en sorte de commencer à 17h30 pour dire d'avoir le temps de tout faire. Parce que je pense que ça va durer à peu près 3 heures. Au moins, je m'assure. Il y a plein de pièces. Malheureusement, ça va. Donc voilà les gens. En tout cas, j'espère que ce petit épisode vous aura plu. Et on se retrouve... On se retrouve quand? Bah demain matin. Demain matin pour du Outer Wilds. Donc, au revoir pour ceux qui regardent le live et à la prochaine pour ceux qui regardent la VOD. Allez, ciao.